Welcome one, welcome all to the CPA-fol podcast, episode 70. Very excited this evening to talk Bricklink Designer Program, as is the usual topic of discussion when I feel like when I'm the most excited. So this is going to be a wonderful, wonderful episode. It's a long one. For those of you that enjoy the long live streams, that is exactly what this one is going to be. I feel like my audio is... Am I clipping a little bit? Let me see. I feel like usually my audio is quieter than I normally would want it to be. So if you find yourself watching and you have to turn the volume up more than you normally would, just let me know. I can fix that. Let's see who we're going through. Gonna welcome our wonderful viewers into the stream. Let me fix something real quick. That's right, because I'm gonna have to do a switch up real quick. One moment. I hate doing this, but you know I've got to. Hey there. That looks trippy. I'm gonna switch it over in 1 second. Just gotta copy that good old live chat over. That looks cool, actually. Seeing that happen back and forth. Show you a little behind the scenes action. Well, let's see. All right, Alphonse, first person to join the live stream. Appreciate you. I'm curious to hear if you're going to have anything cooking for Series 9 of the Bricklink Designer Program. Very intrigued. Saying Art Factory and Wolfpack is a must. Convince me on the mine as someone who hasn't been into Westerns. We will try that. We will certainly try that. Liam, channel member, first channel member to join this evening. Thank you so much for being a channel member. I think you're an associate. I may have given you a raise. Regardless, my top 3 of this series, which I will be buying, Off-Road Adventures. Number 3, Outlaw Forest Den. Number 2, number 1, Sequoia Tree Trail. That's right, you're a Sequoia Tree Trail fan. Which I feel like there aren't too many of those compared to the castle sets. Obviously, the castle fans love doing what they do, but I love hearing the Sequoia Tree Trail because, like I've said that a million times, I feel like this one is going to be a sleeper, and I really hope we see the live reviews soon. I think those reviews will drop. If these are dropping for pre-order October 6th, I would expect those reviews to be available the week of the 29th. So basically the full week before is when we're going to be able to get all that wonderful hype. Jammin' Fet 89, I think a new person, new individual joining the live crew, the firm. Not quite the firm, not quite joining the firm. Joining the live crew. Gold Mine Expedition and Outlaw Forest. And I feel like that will be a very, very common combination for this series. Beautiful, beautiful sets those two are. This might be one of... Oh, man. At some point, I don't know if we're ever going to stop having series. I hope not, obviously. But at some point, maybe when we get to the first 10, I'll be able to rank the first 10 Bricklink Designer Program Series. I think that would be interesting. Couldn't agree more, Jam and Fet. That is a wonderful, wonderful deal. Oh, yeah. We're all familiar with the ACOB boys. We know what they got going over there. Uh-oh. It skipped again on me. Let's see. Alphonse is mainly Castle City. I feel that. This is one where it's gonna be very important to stay hydrated. Yep, I was very hot on the mine. So we'll talk about it. We'll get into all that wonderful stuff. Sam, another channel member joining. I think you're a relatively new channel member, which is awesome. Love those new channel membies. Welcome, welcome. I'm excited when I do these BDP streams because it's a very, very different crowd than when I do, obviously, than when I do a vertical live stream or when I do any other topic, even a Star Wars live. It's just, I feel like we're more The Bricklink Designer Program crowd is a little more distinguished, a little more experienced crowd in the best possible way, of course. We can talk at a higher level, I feel like, than those Star Wars fans out there. I kid. Sam Murphy, another new face, I believe, unless you've changed your profile picture. A Wolfpack hideout is so well priced. The minifigs in Wolfpack Hideout, I think, is going to be a huge highlight. I'm very, very excited. It sounds like the audio sounds great, which is wonderful. Love hearing that. Brick, I was hoping you were going to stop by, Brick Project. We're going to be talking about your set, and I did see your video, or a short, or no, it was a comment, which we'll be able to look at later this evening. Not earlier. I looked at it earlier. We're going to look at it later. And we're going to see if there were any changes made. And like you said, I think just the tree was the change. I don't think there were many other changes, but excited to look at your build. Once again, it keeps kicking me down. Spidey Steve, I'm going to take a wild guess and say you subscribed to me from one of my YouTube shorts. And this is definitely not something that probably is up your alley, would be my guess. But don't unsubscribe. I've still got some more Spider-Man shorts coming in the chute, so you'll want to stay subscribed to be able to see those coming soon in the next, we'll say, by the end of September maybe. I've got some ideas cooking up in the old brain, so you'll definitely want to stick around, stay subscribed for that. So the Sequoia tree trail, yep, we're gonna get some heights. We're gonna figure out some heights if we can't get them. Okay, redoing the town hall. Nice. Lot of good chat going on. Love seeing all the chat. Josh says, might be the first castle set I skip. Goldmine and Art Factory look delish, though. I personally agree with that take. But we'll get into it. Liam, so the Brick Project, he did a Goldmine Expedition. You can see his wonderful username there. Beautiful design. I think he had... Did we just... No, I know I'm getting ahead of myself. No, obviously Series 9 is not created just yet. I feel like he just won again because of the new rules. Ah, yes. I knew he had another banger in the chute. Brick Project made Sushi Restaurant, which is another set that I absolutely need. So, it's... Someone just said, Bryce said, I've never bought a BDP set, but the Wolfpack Hideout might push me into the wave. I will give you a little disclaimer. It's similar to a disclaimer you would see on a packet of cigarettes. That the Bricklink Designer Program is highly addictive. If you purchase one Bricklink Designer Program set, I cannot guarantee that you will never purchase another one. In fact, I probably can guarantee that you will purchase another set. So ye have been warned. Ye be warned, as they said in the olden days. Bricklink Designer Program is very addictive. I mean, I didn't buy any sets first, which granted I didn't know because we were on the old series. But once that first wave came out, man, I was purchasing. I was purchasing, and I think I've purchased one from every series, besides Series 5. Actually, I did skip, or did I? Yes, I did skip Series 5 just because I had to be conscientious about the budget. I had to be concerned about that. I'm going to send one more notification out to some peeps on Discord. Let them know we're streaming. Hope to see some of you there to chat. Series 6, crowdfunding, and final changes. Hopefully that embeds. And it embeds. We're good to go. We are cooking with peanut oil right here. All right. Let's hang in with the chat again, see what's cooking down there. So this is just the... Yeah, so Brick Thesis, I did pass up on the Dracula's Castle adventure in Transylvania. I felt like it was amazing from the get-go, but then seeing it in person, seeing the in-person reviews, it lost a little bit of its shine to me, which is sad to say. And I just realized that I went to the wrong thing because I typed in numbers. There we go. Hopefully we weren't too gone. So I saw the in-person review and I didn't feel like it was as good as I wanted it to be. So I was, since I wasn't fully convinced, it doesn't really fit in any of my aesthetic in my collection. So I didn't feel like I could justify $400 on this one. So I did end up passing up on this one. Alphonse, it's just a Brickhound Discord. I like to post my live streams in there. I know there's a couple of Bricklink Designer Program fans in there, so I like to keep them apprised of my live streams when I can. Alrighty, so let's start out. Ooh, looks like we've got some. Ooh, I actually have not watched these yet. Which, granted, they might have just come out, so maybe we can get a better. I'm gonna go ahead and mute. Oh, it is already muted. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, that's really cool. Let's just pop this full screen. Seeing if there's any. So he's got the. Okay, so this is a great picture right here, actually. Than the original submission, we have increased the size of this model, so the Sequoia trees are actually larger now than they originally were. The model is wider as well. Okay, so these videos are awesome, first off. Obviously, I mean, Brickster's video is going to be fantastic. I have no doubts there. But I don't want to get too deep into it because first off, we are going to start with Off-Road Adventure. And then I did see Clever Pig had a nice little question in there. Gold Mine or Wolfpack Castle to sell out first, you reckon? I would reckon that Wolfpack Castle will sell out first. Not only it has the two most buzzwordy words in the. I mean, okay, Alphonse, you make a good point. I don't think any of these will proper sell out, but they will break 30,000 units sold, which in my mind that's like the sellout range at this point. So I will say that sets that will pass 30,000, I think Outlaw Forest Den will pass 30,000. And granted, I will say this, we don't know if they're going to do the same thing they did last time that they did this time. I would imagine they would, because I think it was a success. Some people, they're throwing dirt on it, and they're just probably mad at the system. I don't think the anger is really justified when people say, oh, I don't even want to reiterate their points just because I think they're so grasping at straws, red herrings. They're just not, I don't think they're very founded. I understand what you're thinking, but at the end of the day, if you have the funds to purchase these sets, then you can consider purchasing. If you do not have the funds to purchase these sets, don't purchase them or crowdfund them, pre-order them, not knowing if you're going to be able to afford them. On the flip side, if you don't have the funds now, that's perfectly fine. You don't need the funds now. Granted, I get the technicalities. You need the credit on a credit card or the funds in the debit just to hold them for a bit. But regardless, pretending that's not an issue, even though I know for some people it is. It's just what happens. You can crowdfund, pre-order it now, and then over the next 6 months, usually it's about 6 months, you can save $50 a month. If it's one of these $300 sets. Yeah, exactly. My subconscious math was spot on. $60 a month, $50 a month, and you're there by 6 months. So, and then at the very most, $66 a month, and you're there for a $400 set. So that whole discussion, I mean, I know we talked about that before. I did a video, I did an interview with Alex to kind of clear up some of those issues that we had seen in the past. So I don't want to beat that horse too much, but I do want to bring it up because it's interesting. Will they do this again? I don't know. But like all of you, I am very intrigued to see, to hear, to know, hopefully soon, whether or not Bricklink and the Bricklink Designer Program, Alex and his team have decided to go with that again. Because like we said, like he told us that I actually didn't know, but it makes sense that they have a 150,000 unit limit. They worked with the Lego manufacturing team. They have 150,000 units that they are able to fill up for that period. I keep hitting this mic. Just because certain sets sell lower than expected, than that 150,000 allotment, doesn't mean they can't increase or decrease other sets. So I think it is smart. One of the comments, I think one of the top comments on that interview said something along the lines of, this is one of the best things that Lego/Bricklink could have ever done, because it gets more it gets more sets into consumers' hands that are of high demand. And the way I see it, the way that I hope all of you see it as well, how is that not a good... Apparently I'm getting a little choked up. How is that not a good thing? That it's a good thing. That is a wonderful thing. Unless, of course, if you're in this for the money, if you're in this for the exclusivity, which it still is exclusive. All these sets are still exclusive, regardless of if more than 30,000 sell, if 40,000, if 50,000 sell. I don't know the exact numbers, but a normal retail Lego set, 500,000 units, I would guess, is the low end. 1 million, 2 million units. I don't know exactly, but it's way more than 50,000 units. So definitely something to consider when we're looking at this. Liam is placing some priority on the BDP. Money I spend in this series is probably money I don't spend at Brick World Chicago. And I'll be honest, I am one of the people where I don't spend a lot of money other than food. Obviously the hotel, if you need a plane ticket, if you need money to get there, but you don't need to spend money at Brick World Chicago. I think in 2024, I spent $20. Last year, I did buy a bunch of Harry Potter CMF, but that was more business related. That was $80. And then otherwise, I think I spent $60. So you really don't have to spend that much money at Brick World Chicago. Once again, that is a different clever pick. I think I spent $20 outside of food and drink. Exactly. And I'm sure you still had I know you still had a wonderful time. So Josh says I went from phone to computer and the audio levels seem to drop. Anyone else? So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. Let me see if I can turn it up just a little more. I have to find the balance of having high sound, but then also not blowing everyone's ears out. So let me know if that's okay. Let me know if it's popping. I did bump it up a bit. So let me know if that's doing all right. You guys are up to 7 decibels now, so that should be a lot of decibels that you are experiencing. Go half down, okay. No, I think audio is very, very important to get right. So I will take the time to get the audio right. Okay, so Josh, I went down to 3 decibels from 7. So hopefully 7 is a good compromise. That's helpful for me in the future, though, because it's just an issue that when you're using a mic like this with the sounds, there's a lot that can fluctuate, which I'm sure some of you that work with this stuff on the regular know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we have been going for 20 minutes, and we're still yakking about the not the normie stuff. Basically, if you're at 1, I went to 7. 5, okay, 5 is good. I'll go compromise. It's not going to change anything on my side. All right, we're up to 5. So 29 days is what we have going for us. Just over 29 days. 29 and a half, give or take. Starting out, let's just dig right into the off-road adventure. designed by the wonderful King Creations. He is the king. He's the king creator. I feel like that's a little blasphemous. But he is the King Creations. He also is the king of small sets until Series 8 when he won. If you remember, I have to show it because this is going to be a long stream. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready. I hope you're locked in, got your drinks, got your snacks. King Creations did design, because you're going to get a full comprehensive dive into the BDP. He created the University of Science, which, as you recall, for those of you who saw it in person, this is a massive, massive set. I have pictures, not on here. I do have a video, of course, where I took video of all the sets so people could see it up close and personal. He did create that as well. So I was very excited for him that he was able to break through. Let's see. I'm catching up on chat. Hey, Brick by Brick, good to see you joining. He was being a little sarcastic. I'm guessing he was being about 10% sarcastic there. But no, I know Clever Pig. He's a jokester. He's a silly dude. King Creations designing this. Let me pull up, actually, because I do want to compare new to old. And so I had to go through the Wayback Machine. Hopefully it'll let me pull up the old series, because I do really, really want to compare left and right. Worst case, though. Oh, did we get it? Oh, it popped up. And then it went away. Because basically what I want to do is I want to compare the old pictures to the new pictures. Because this one in particular had a lot of changes. I believe some of the rock work was increased. The part count also was increased. I think it was about... Let's see if it was I think it was 780 parts before. So they added... It couldn't have been that much of an increase in price. Let me see if... Okay, clearly this isn't working. Let me find an older snapshot. So is anyone out there... normally I would do a toss and just throw this into my cart no matter what I was purchasing. However, like I said, with Series 5, I'm constricting. I'm being a little more targeted with what I purchase. So I have kind of stepped back and said, I'm not going to drop 50, 80 on these other sets. So if I don't particularly love them to death. So I am not actually planning on grabbing this one. Even though it is a fun little set, it's going to have an awesome little box. Okay. Oh my goodness. Guys, why am I doing this live stream? It's just going to make me spend more money, because this is amazing. Did it not come with a camper in the original design? All right, I need to find these old designs ASAP, because I need to know. I'm sure I could go to his Instagram. Okay, it always does that. It pulls it up and then it just disappears. Let's see. Current series. I'm really trying to brute force this thing. No, I'm gonna go to Series 6. Oh, why is it doing that? Okay, I think I can just go to his Instagram page. King Creations. Oh, that is very much zoomed in. Oh, okay, no. Okay, guys, I'm sure everyone's saying it in chat. This is, and the picture's right there. I just was blinded by my overall love for this thing. This is a combination of the two sets. Okay, so that makes it a little better to where I won't need it. I won't need to purchase this thing, but it's awesome when they do those combination builds. I love that. So I'm sure everyone in chat is like, God, blah blah blah. What are you talking about? It tells you I haven't built actually a single BDP set that I purchased, which is bad. It's horrible. I intend to. I promise. I intend to. So yeah, Alphonse said it's from the previous series. And Josh, yes, that is the clever pig. The one and only. There can only be Juan. Welcome, Kathleen. Good to see you in chat. We're talking Bricklink Designer Program today. All right, where's his Instagram? Is right here. So let's do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and hopefully you all can see it. Perfect. All right, so we're getting a bunch of, I love seeing the minifigure updates because that is always a fun thing to see what was included that wasn't included before. So previously we just had the owl. Now though we get, we get this dog, we get the little puppy dog, we get the owl, we get a bunny, a squirrel, a red, it's not a cardinal, but it looks like a sparrow, a finch, a red bird, if you will, and then a snail, which that is, if that's the size of a snail compared to a bird, that is a very large snail. It's a very, very large snail. However, so that's a huge upgrade. And of course, it looks like the guy gets a nice little knapsack. Oh, and an additional... So they did have a companion. I don't know if there was a... Okay, it looks like he didn't create another post for it, which is fine. Oh no, here we go. I was like, normally they all post. They post many, many, many of them. So it looks like he only had one companion, so they were able to give him another companion, which is great. Love more value. Oh, this is a good shot. So we'll want to compare that to the overhead shot in here. There we go. Okay, so it looks like, oh, the stream looks to be fairly similar. Oh, I remember. Oh, they added 2 mountain bikes. So we get 2 mountain bikes. I will say, how do you all feel about this tree design? How do you all feel about this tree design? I'll be honest, I am not the biggest fan of this tree design. However, I don't know if there's a better way to do pine trees. Yeah, Josh, you're not too far off there. So maybe it's just the best that we could have done. The truck seems to be a wonderful upgrade. Not too much, but it's got enough of an upgrade to be noticeable. Is there a trailer hitch for the camper? I think there is. Here, let's see. He should have it. Yeah, trailer hitch is right there. Sweet. So yes, there's a trailer hitch for the camper. Oh, piece count. Does he throw the piece count in here? I mean, I guess I could look at my video that I made. Where's my little Google Sheets? Ramen Castle Series 6. So Off-Road Adventure, okay, it was $8.59. So they added over 100 pieces. They added 119 more pieces, which I'll take that any day. I will take that any day. As far as a pine tree, Alphonse says, fern pieces like the others is best. Without increasing piece count, it's hard to knock it on the tree. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you can make trees as big and beautiful as you want, but it's gonna take a lot. So is anyone picking this up? Has anyone decided, yes, I need that one? It's going to my collection. Or, oh, look at that little frog. Oh, is that a rare frog? I really doubt it's a rare frog, but on the off chance that it might be. I'm looking it up right now for those that are intrigued. And what, it's a olive green frog. Let me put that. I hate when that happens. There's the sparrow. Olive green frog. Okay, no, that was in oh, it's in the Jabba's barge. I didn't think it was going to be super rare, but I thought maybe. Yeah, no, Alphonse, that's a great one. Yeah, I love the combo. Oh, okay, it was rare. So maybe I was onto something. Maybe I was onto something, but not quite there. So, oh well. It allowed it to be in this set, which is fine. I know we do have a couple people that are grabbing this one. I do like that they added the bikes. I think that is really, really cool. It's a nice touch. Looks to be the main thing they added, as well as making the base. I feel like the footprint just has to be a little bigger. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the footprint was bigger, just because of the part count. So all in all, it's solid. It's solid. Like I said, I don't think I will be picking it up, just because I have to cut some corners on the budget this year. I just unfortunately have to. And I'll tell you why I have to. Because next up is a set that I wanted since the day I first saw it on the Bricklink Designer Program Series 5. I think this was a Series 5 finalist. Oh, and also, how could I forget? This was the first, for those of you who are into the BDP lore, this is the first series that was announced via a live stream on the Bricklink YouTube channel. How cool is that for some nice little lore? So there's some background for all of you that might be new, or if you just missed it. That being said, let's dig into the art factory here by Brickster. Nick and Bricks. It held your message for review. Apparently artsy fartsy is a contentious word. Once again, this is one that I want to see in person. I love the storybook design. I think it works very, very well. Are these pictures going to be a struggle for me? Ooh, okay, so we have a... Oh, that's funny. It's like it's a studio. It's a food studio. That's cool. Okay. Art studio. Nice. Ballerina studio, or just overall dance studio. You have been flagged by YouTube as contentious. A music studio. And then, of course, the actual art down. Oh, wow. And that's, of course, that's a sticker. Unfortunately, if it's not an already existing print, it cannot be added to the BDP. But someone tell me what other set this Spaceman sticker is in. I'm curious, because I do not recognize it. So someone can let me know, educate me in the lore. And then it's a new sticker. So but surely it's got to be in an already existing set. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It's the prints that have to be already existing. I think I said that, but I just didn't register that in my own mind. So yeah, so new sticker here, which this is an awesome sticker. Fragile, that might be a new sticker. I do love that there's so much actual functionality with this set, which makes it fantastic. The working elevator, of course, amazing. And as I look at this, I really don't think there were too many changes with the final design. Wow. A 5-minute video by Brickster This is amazing. Surely I'm not the only person that is stumbling upon this right now. I can only imagine his YouTube video has to have an intense number of views. 5,000. Oh yeah, 5,000. Let's give that one a like. Oh, it's I probably should subscribe. I'm sorry, Brickster. And of course, I do know for a fact that this one has the mouse. Dude, these are all included. That's crazy. Oh, there's the mouse with the little bed. Oh, that's so cool. How can you? I can understand not getting this one, but how can you not like just enjoy this one, just like this one? Oh, that looks so good. Oh, imagine this on a corner. Oh, I mean, it can be on a corner. There's your corner. Oh my goodness, where's Shy? I know Shy. Oh, and of course it connects. It's technically not a modular, everyone. It's not a modular. But, you know, wink, wink, it's not a modular. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Oh, what did he call the... Oh, maintenance staff. Got it. Oh my goodness. That is so good. This is so... I don't even care to look at the comparison from new to old just because this is so... This is amazing. 18 stickers. Okay, that's a lot of stickers. That's a lot of stickers. Ooh, Alphonse, I will have to check out, and we will check out his video. How many minifigs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minifigs. Okay. And let's get down to the price. About 2,600 parts, and it's $230. So it's definitely on the cheaper of the average end. Was there more on the inside that I missed? What does the banana piece represent? I think I missed. Oh. Oh, that's hilarious. So, for those of you who don't remember or just remembered, like I did, the banana that was like taped to the wall and sold for millions of dollars. And apparently it was a joke. Was that the joke art or something? That's cool. Actually, I want to look up the balloon. Let's get this out of here. It's not going to help us. I want the balloon animal. Ooh, it's it's not expensive. I just never really have seen it before. Interesting. Interessante. So yeah, needless to say, this one is a set that I just need. I need this set. I don't know if I could live with myself if I missed out on this one. Also, I love the coloring. The dark green with the nougat and the medium nougat. And I think that's dark tan in there with tan, of course. Just the combination of the brick coloring. It's so naturally done. It just feels like a natural building. This is something you could see anywhere in any city. So this is going to be a hot commodity for a people that have city landscapes, Lego cities. they're going to need this one. I hate to break it to you. So buying 2 of these, though, I don't know if it's an option. So but what you could do, you buy 2 of them, and then you do the reverse. You do the reverse build, so you can kind of push them together with them being the open clamshell. So that's a great idea. Nick, you're crazy. Yeah, exactly. Remove the elevator. I see that. Curb e-fill. Curb e-fill, is that how you would say it? Okay. I'm going a little quicker than I thought, which is fine, because I can already tell that I'm gonna get a little tired a little quick. So I've got the remaining trickles of a ghost here, one of the best flavors you could possibly purchase. So, oh, it's tasty. Liam, does Brickable do instructions for reversing sets? I imagine someone does. I don't know how common it is. However, there is a way to do it, because I know Stud City has reversed a handful of sets. I know he's definitely reversed the old train engine shed and at least one other set. Maybe, I don't remember. That being said, he did have help, to my recollection, from a now Lego designer, so someone who's very proficient in building Lego, etc. So I imagine there's the mall. Which one was the mall? I shouldn't be blanking. I'm a fake fan over here. Warning, warning, fake fan over here. Oh, I think he also reversed Harbor Master's office. Oh, I just remember that I have Art of Chocolate that I can build. I can't wait to build that one. The mall. Black Dragon. So, Life Bricks. I need to reach out to him. He said he was going to upload the instructions to Rebrickable or something if it didn't win the last series. So, you might be able to get that sooner than you think. I'll send him a message. Here, check this out. I'll send him a message right now. Let's see. I'm going to have to scroll a bit because that was months ago. Live on the air. There it is. Actually, it might already be on his Rebrickable. Let me check. It is not on his Rebrickable. I unfortunately don't see that one ever making it, unfortunately, to a finalist. Hopefully you can't hear my typing because it's very loud in my ears. There you go. There you go. Little break. Series 4. Was that your favorite series? Which one did you want from Series 4? Was it the train? That'd be my guess. Oh, that could have been it too, Gambit. Oh, Alphonse, he didn't submit a design. He just wanted the Black Dragon to win. All right, Goldmine Expedition. Let's get on to the Goldmine Expedition. Oh, actually, first, real quick, let's see what the Art Factory old piece count and new piece count was. So it was $24.99. Now it's $25.66. So not too much of an increase. About a 60 part increase. So probably just some fine tuning here or there. Nothing too wild. Goldmine Expedition was $35.70. Now it's 3382. Wait, it went down? Why would it go down? That is, it went, I mean, okay, so they did make the tree smaller. And this is one where I definitely need to pull up his Instagram, because people are in the comments are not being very nice in saying that they used to want it and now they don't want it. So I am a little confused what's causing people to shy away from this as a finalist. So we're going to do a little side by side. And if someone knows exactly why, so here we go. We'll look through the comments as well. This is probably one we're going to spend 20, 30 minutes on, because I don't know why people aren't going to like this one. So here's his video. I heard he got dressed up in an outfit, which is really cool. Okay, so there you see his outfit. I want to make sure we all know that he had the outfit, that it's legit. But as far as the comments go, $252 comments, and not all of them new. So this person likes it. And this person doesn't like it. Someone from Missouri, USA. Wow, they made that way worse than the original. I don't know what this person is saying. Google Translate. No, it's got to be German. Yes, it is German. They're saying, we're not children who want to play. When the explosion is triggered, no rocks come to light, but rather flat surfaces with studs. It was much more realistic before, and what also was in the attic was also much more authentic. It's not enough mine for me now. Okay. Another person was tempted with this one, but think the refinement has let it down. Is the secret outside still there? Yes, I think the secret section is still there. I'm not sure, though. Another person, an amazing design, but I have to agree that the original version was superior to the final product for sale. Not usually the case with Bricklink, and unfortunate here. Vegetation. Not a fan of the trees. Here's the dimensions. How high is it? 15.4 inches. Okay, nice. The trapdoor on the first floor leads to a small tunnel through the rocks that connects to the... Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so yeah, it was the trees, the vegetation, and I'm going to keep this comment. I've translated it to English. So we're going to dig into what the actual changes were, and if I can decipher what they were, and if we can figure out what is wrong. Am I going to have to do some sort of deep dive into this so I can get the actual picture to show up? Because Instagram makes it really, really difficult. I have to do some website hacking. This isn't hacking, just in case anyone's wondering. But they are making it very much a pain. Oh, that's why. I'm sure this is very exciting for all of you to watch. There we go. So we have picture 1 up. Let's get a couple more pictures. I'm trying to be thorough here. Desperately trying to be thorough. Because I know this is one where the contention is high. So I want to make sure we're being detail oriented in how we look at this stuff. Let's do this one as well. And then I'll check in with the chat momentarily. Dun, dun, dun. And we can also always pull them up later. Let's keep this one. Okay, so we have a bunch of pictures. I can pull the new one up on the left. Sweet. All right. Here we go. Here we go. And Brick Project is back in the chat, so we might be able to get some live feedback, which is amazing. He says, I've uploaded more angles of the gold mine on my Instagram. I will definitely check those out. However, at this current juncture, I'm trying to figure out what the actual changes are. If there's a lot of people that have been barking, thinking there's been so many changes, but I want to figure out what are the actual changes. Right off the bat, I know you guys can't see all of it, so let me scoot it over a little bit, I guess. Oh boy, they're just gonna be difficult with me, aren't they? They're just gonna be difficult. There we go. All right, so right off the bat, I see minimal changes here. Minimal changes. It looks like the color was changed from dark brown to dark nougat. Call me crazy, but I think unless it's just the lighting, that color may have changed, which isn't an issue. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brick Project. I'm just kind of spitballing here. Brick Hive, welcome, welcome. Oh, amazing stuff from Bricklink. Right now, I'm just getting super nitpicky right now. We're dive into the details. Yes, sign is a little better font, which is what I expected. Mine entry. Whoops. And then, okay, let's just get to the trees. Okay, so the new one, okay, so the tree on the left, yes, it is less tree-like. The tree on the right, it is smaller. Does it ruin this set? Okay, the colors are the same. Okay. Does the trees not being the same ruin this set? I wanna hear from people in chat. So just to clarify, this tree and this tree are now different than this tree to this tree. And I recall from seeing Brick Project respond to a comment, and he said that the reason those changes were made is because these trees were actually representative of vegetation at the time, whereas these trees are not representative of vegetation at the time for the Old Western type of landscape vegetation, which, fair. I can only imagine that's the case. However, once again, this is a Lego set, so to some extent, does it need to be representative of the Western vegetation? I don't think so. However, it's not a deal breaker for me by any means. Definitely not a deal breaker. I don't have an issue with it in that respect. But Alphonse saying trees can be adjusted. If you like the bigger trees, those aren't hard to reproduce. I would agree, but I definitely feel for the people because like me, I'm sure these people that are complaining are not mock builders per se. So they don't want to go out and have to fix things that maybe they think should have been existent in the original product. So I definitely feel for those people, and I definitely understand where they're coming from. All that to say, the first major change appears to be the trees, the vegetation, which we kind of knew going into it. Another huge change is the addition of this horse-drawn carriage. I can only imagine it's carrying food, maybe some, it looks like some tavern goods there maybe. Got some tavern goods. Can't quite tell. Looks like he's getting a hold up. We got a hold up. I want to get a peek in that carriage. Oh, there's some gold in the carriage. Looks like they're taking gold from the mine to the main city. So that's fun. And I do like that they've added the story aspect of there's a holdup. Because in the original design, we didn't have that, which is fair. It's fine. Totally fine. But that was added in the final version. So there's another change, is that we're seeing more of a story. Now let's look at the back, because I feel like we're going to see some changes there on the back side. It does look like the water tower stayed virtually the exact same. So that's cool. Oh, this isn't quite the perfect angle. Regardless, it all looks pretty similar on the back. And to my understanding is there's the secret room is behind the waterfall. That's my understanding. All in all, it looks very, very similar. Yeah. So let's see, how did they... Ooh, Brick Project, how did you guys fit that in there? Because it was the gear. The gear is no longer there. I'm sure it is in your video. So if I were to watch your video, I feel like I would see it. Ah, a little safe behind there, the little room. Let's see. Okay, the explosion. Fair. Tell me where the secret room behind the waterfall is. Am I just skipping it because I'm impatient? Oh, it's such a good size. All right, I can't find it. I'm sure it's there. So this is straight from the designer himself. We slightly reduced the height of the trees to improve the model's stability for an official Lego set. This also prevents them from colliding when separating the different floors, as the floors are modular like. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, Excel. That is, it's a really good point. Reminds me of the Johnny Lone Ranger sets. Yes, and that's beautiful. I love the Lone Ranger sets. That's a theme that I'm kind of starting to get into. I haven't purchased any full-on sets yet, but I want to so bad. I really, really do want to. And Smokey says, the differences I see so far are differences in the front of the base. So yeah, I see that as well. For the most part, it looks like just some general changes to the front. Let's see if there are any room changes. I don't know if we're going to see many of those per se. I think that's the secret room right there. Maybe. No, because there's the door going out to the front. Let's see. Secret room. Is it listed on here? Let's see. Oh, here's a good picture. Do we get a picture of all the floors? Yes, we do. Okay. Let's start with the first floor. That is not the first floor. Of course, I grabbed every photo except the first floor. I am unprepared for class. Here we go. All right, first floor looks virtually the same with, I'm sure, some modifications. Second floor. Okay. Looks like it's flipped. It needs to be spun around, which is fine. All in all, looks pretty similar, though. Okay, the orientation is throwing me for a loop. It spun around. No, it spun around. You'll have to remind me, Brick Project, where the secret room is. I remember there being a secret room like people mentioned, but I can't quite find it. No. Uh-oh, it's not pulling up. First floor, 2 hidden spots, secret gold safe room. Mineral expert has a treasure safe in a secret compartment. We saw that. So you said that was in the first floor. Which is right. Should be somewhere in here. The secret room is the gold safe on the first floor that you can access via a trap that has the same colored wall. Okay. Okay, there it is. I see it. I see it now. Is that the same one on the old model? Oh dear, I'm clicking things out. Hopefully I didn't click out of it. Nope. There it is, right there. Okay. I think it's pretty much the same. I don't know why people are so Brick Project is like he shows on his profile. I believe he's from France, so it is quite late for him. I was surprised. I thought maybe he would join the live stream, live chat, but I'm still surprised that he's still up. He probably should be asleep. It's getting a little late there. So as far as, yeah, I mean, okay. Also, what was in the attic was much more authentic. Let's check out the attic. So here's what is in the attic. And of course, I literally just closed it. Let's go through the fun of reopening all this wonderful stuff. Attic, or I can just go straight to Instagram. Yeah, I don't even, like, I don't think the attic was anything. I wonder why this guy's freaking out about the attic. Like, it was just a normal attic. Call me crazy. I agree with you, Excel. I agree with you. It's like the Minecraft shaft. So all in all, let's talk about the pricing on this one. $300 USD, 3382 parts. I would have expected this to be like $309.99, but thankfully Bricklink did not do that. Try to squeeze out an extra 10 bucks from us, and they are pricing this at $299.99. Wonderful price point. I think that's gonna really draw in a lot of people, because once you get to that, it's the same when you're at $199 or $209 or $299, $300. Like once you're bumping up into that next $100 rounded price, it really, really does play psychological games with consumers, and I think they're just less likely to pull the trigger on some of these if they're priced that way. But because this one is priced at $299, great value. Oh, we didn't really look at the figs. Let's take a look at all these figs. Stagecoach hand, a miner, another miner, gold miner, a panner, gold panner, a owler, and then we have the thieves, the thugs. Then we've got the actual criminal. This guy, the explosive experts. So a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minifigs. Great value, and a horse as well, and an owl. So a lot of great value here with this set that I'm seeing. Like I mentioned, this is one that I will definitely be picking up. No problem, Brick Project. I'm sure we will have another time where I would love to have you on. So I will definitely take you up on that offer. Hopefully you're having some safe travels and having a wonderful time. I know, Liam, I saw that the orange geode. Pulling up to this set that everyone is talking about. I don't even know if I really want to go on the back and forth on this one. It's really not too, it's fine-tuned, just like any BDP set would be. Not too different per se. But I really, really do like it. Okay. I think the size is very important to discuss. Once again, 2,600 parts, 10 minifigs, 230. Pretty good value. Really good value, actually. It is 40 centimeters. Come on, they couldn't give it to us in freedom measurements. cm 2 inches. 15.7, basically just under 16 inches tall. So actually, ironically, how tall is this one? This one is literally the same height. Art Factory, Gold Mine Expedition. He had the height somewhere. I know he did. I thought he said it was about 15 inches tall. Did he say it in a comment? Yes. Okay. So Art Factory, Gold Mine Expedition, and Outlaw Forest Den are literally all going to be basically the same height, which is kind of crazy to think about it. Normally, I feel like we got a bunch of up, down, high, low, different sizes, but this one is going to be the same height as the other two sets, which is fascinating. Nossenheimer is joining as an intern. I think you've been an intern before, but thank you so much for becoming a channel member. And that's a great opportunity, actually, for me to interject and also invite people to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you be so bold to turn on bell notifications, I would welcome that so you don't miss a stream, so you don't miss a video, so you don't even miss a short. But that being said, back to Nossenheimer, joining as a channel member intern. It's only 99 cents a month to be an intern. you get that wonderful badge, that wonderful 2x4 brick badge that I have hand created, handcrafted for you all to take part in if you're a new channel member or wanting to be. And like I said, only 99 cents a month, $12 a year. I mean, it's not much. If you like joining these live chats long enough, I feel like it's worth it to have your name stand out. It helps me see your messages a lot easier. So, something to consider if you've been lurking or if you chat often. Yeah. Jam and Fed, this set makes me want to get a copy of the Medieval Seaside Market since it has 2 figs from that castle faction in it. That set was kind of growing on me, actually. Unfortunately, I don't know what the aftermarket is on it. I can only imagine it's pretty steep. Ah, yeah, it's got the Lionite. And then this one, I think has 2, like you said, 2 Lionites. Oh, we're going to talk about these figs. Don't you worry, we will be talking about these figs. So much so that I'm going to have to pull up Bricklink because I've got to do some digging. Or what's... There we go. Brick by Brick helped me find this one. Oh. Oh, no. Black. Nougat. So there's a new element that is used in this set. I will, we'll get to it in a second when we get to the minifigures. Where are we at? 2025, the year Lego Castle has returned. I mean, so Bricklink has always, I would say more 2024, just because we've got, okay, no, that's fair. That's actually, you win. You definitely win that conversation. There's a lot of Lego Castle. Anytime I hear Lego Castle fans complaining about not getting stuff, and I will say it is largely stopped, but man, oh man, Lego Castle fans are eating very, very well. This set isn't the best, but I feel like for the wolf pack, it's par for the course. It's kind of a solid, sturdy build. It's a little, is it gothic? Am I using that term correctly? Like the black design, the starch arches, the strong foundational building. But obviously, we always know that BDP, each series is going to have a castle set each and every time. This one does offer a bit more greenery, which I greatly, greatly enjoy. Let's get this picture large. We want to zoom in on this. So I do really, really appreciate how they've added some greenery because let's see, does Brick Hammer... Where is this thing? Does Brickhammer have a YouTube, pardon, an Instagram account? Let's see. Brickhammer. Certainly does. Let's see if he has his original submission up there. I would expect him to. Okay, so I'm looking at it now, and basically most of what has been added is, it looks like the gate down here were made a little more polished. I'm sure the footprint has increased a bit. And then the greenery up the building is just a little more fine-tuned. Otherwise, not too many changes, but overall, I mean, Castle fans, you let me know how this one is. I've definitely heard a lot of good things. I've heard a lot of, it's not the best one, I'm going to pass on it. But I have also heard a lot of, this is awesome. We're getting Wolfpack. Love it to the max. But let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking. Because like I've said before, I'm not the best barometer of what a castle set should or shouldn't look like. So I do definitely want to hear from you all. All right, let's get to piece count. What was it? What is it? It was 2452. Now it's 2617. So about 60 to 70 part increase. Not too crazy by any stretch of the imagination. So I don't think I think that's just us getting some fine-tuned parts here. Now let me see. Let's see. People want printed. Let's see. So I know a lot of people are saying that they are very surprised if the shields are not stickers. And I don't think they are stickers. I think they are prints. Which, holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because this one, the shields, I'm going off of what I've heard. I believe the shields were new to the CMF, the Wolfpack CMF that we just got, the Wolfpack Beastmaster. The wolves themselves were new for the Wolfpack Beastmaster. So getting CMF parts that have not been in a normal set in a BDP set is a very, very interesting proposition. It's not typically something we've seen before, which can lead to a couple different lines of thinking. Here's one line of thinking. CMF parts are now on the plate for Bricklink Designer Program submissions. Or should I say finalists? They're not going to be in the palette potentially, but is it going to eventually be where those are out there, those are able to be used for these sets? So that's one line of thinking. Another line of thinking. Lego has stockpiled, or they have put this in the normal rotation for parts to be created for new sets, which means potentially we're getting new Wolfpack sets. That's an interesting line of thinking. Now, you Castle fans are probably drooling at the thought of that. But is that something? Is that possible? Here's what I will say at the question of parts being acceptable or accessible by BDP. So whenever I do know that Bricklink has to ask Lego proper if they can add certain parts to their catalog, to the part palette for a specific series, and those have to be locked in for what is going to be created, what's going to be in the manufacturer schedule for the period of release. So that's something important to consider. Next, when they finalize these sets, they can then go to Lego, go to the part person, whoever that may be, and say, hey, we've got this set and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wolfpack shields. Or basically, what is the most Wolfpack shields that you have on hand? Because I believe in the Harbor Master's office finalization, the seagulls, there originally either weren't going to be seagulls or a very limited number of seagulls. However, I guess they went to the people in Billund and asked them, like, hey, do you have any seagulls? And it turns out they had a lot of seagulls because those were being put out of the rotation. So sometimes, don't quote me on this, sometimes things like that can happen. So it's very important to consider. Let's see what the chat's saying. I personally love the set. Sam loves this set. The Wolfpack are the outlaws of the castle universe, so it makes sense their den would be quite rough like this. I like that. I like that explanation. I dig it. This setting seems to really fit their outlaw stance. Liam says fresh prints in the BDP is a game changer. Now, like I've been kind of alluding to this, talking about this. I don't know if I don't know what went on in the background with this, if I'm being completely honest, how they were able to get these parts in here with them being just in the CMF. But I do think it's only good news. It might not be long-term news, but it is good news. So I think it'll be important to keep that in mind. I think it offers a lot of new opportunity for the Bricklink Designer Program. It offers some wonderful things. I see your comment, Bryce. We're getting to the minifigs. We'll get to those minifigs now. How about that? Let's see. So yeah, I think Alphonse mentioned that earlier, that wolves are available now. However, yes, I do know. I do have that little tidbit of information on the Dustmark Keep. So that's definitely going to be added. It's going to add a lot of great opportunity for that set. Wow, that is some high praise. I have zero faults with this set. My favorite ever BDP set. Wow, that's cool. That's awesome. I love seeing that about these sets. But going back to the question, where is it? Fresh prints. So yeah, this is from the Wolfpack CMF. So it's either leftover or they were just continuously printing it, or something is upcoming for Lego. I don't know. Now, drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. Can anyone in the class raise your hand and kindly tell me, where does this reddish brown lower dual molded leg come from? Because if you see in here, you can see with me that this set, out of how many minifigures is it? 10 minifigures. 1, 2, let's zoom in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 60% of these minifigures have dual molded legs. And I think I know where the dual molded leg budget went for the Death Star, because the Death Star did not get their dual molded legs. So these, yes, someone else called it out. Alphonse, Beauty and the Beast set, the Beast legs. It is currently only in that set. However, yes, Derek mentioned it is on PAB before they cut off North America, which really stinks, because I was planning a big order from PAB. Fortunately, won't be able to get that in now. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting that those dual molded legs were only available there, and now they're already on the. Yeah, come on, Alphonse. I said to raise your hand first. So yeah, it's really interesting that this is the case. Great minifigure selection, obviously. No questions there. Yes. Sam, great point. Can't wait to combine these legs with the Wolfpack CMF torso. Yeah, for those who want the brown on the bottom, because I think the other one... Was the other one brown on the bottom? I'm trying to remember if I have one on my desk here. I have so many minifigures on my desk. It's not even cool. Oh, I guess I take that back. It is cool. Okay, so yeah, the other, it'll give you a more classic Wolfpack look. Because of course we see here, it does have the printing, but I personally like this so much better. This is so cool. This is a fantastic. Oh my goodness. I think I have 13 to 15 of these minifigures. I was so glad I was able to get these. Oh, these look so good. And I'm not a huge Castle fan myself, but these look good. These are great. So it sounds like this one is getting some very, very high praise from chat, which I love seeing. Love seeing that. Yeah, I'm actually curious. Looks like Sam found 6. Liam could only get 1. I'm curious, how many Wolfpack CMFs were you able to get, and was it however many you wanted? Like, so I imagine, Liam, you probably wanted more than one, but was anyone able to get the number they wanted, and what number was that? I'm curious. Alphonse got 10, was unable to find more. Gambit got one, wanted one. Nice. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, I mean, I do have a bunch of Wolfpack CMF, like I said, but I don't know if I can justify getting this whole set. So I'll have to play this one by ear. Oh, dude, Sam, you and I were in the same boat. I think I initially wanted 4 to make like a pack of Wolfpack, if that's the right way of saying it. And so I would grab 4, but then it was like, I'm here at the store. There's 3 more in a fresh one. I'll just get it. I'll just grab it. Yeah, okay. So then I grabbed it. And I did it like 3 times probably. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if IP CMFs, if they produce more of those than just the normal CMFs. Never. They are my CMFs, my precious. My precious. All right, let's move on to the last one. Minifigs are fantastic. Great price, great value. Overall, this series has great value. No, we're on 6. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Let's start with the last one. Sequoia Tree Trail. $269.99. Second most expensive one, but it is taller. 21 inches tall. 10 minifigures. Beautiful, beautiful set. I want this one. Parts for Endor Mock. I mean, we all know that California is Endor. So you're not even wrong. Ooh, actually, I have not taken a deep dive into this yet. Liam. Oh no, it was Nick and Bricks who got flagged last time. This message I'm about to approve from Liam was held for review. So yikes, that guy, yikes. Big yikes. Oh, do I even have these pictures in order? Wait, is it literally opening the same picture and over and over again? What on earth is going on here? Okay. Let me open the picture. Just let me open the picture. There we go. We're trying to fight. I'm really fighting. There we go. All right, we got all the pictures. Not too many differences between the old and the new. A couple small details here and there. And, like I said before, beautiful, beautiful set. Look at those trees, man. Look at those trees. Founding date of Lego and the founding date of the state of California. There's your tree. The largest giant sequoia tree in this model. And on the back of the model, General Stud, which is a little smaller, but also a giant sequoia tree. Oh, we got some Easter eggs. The banana slug. Okay. Blue jay. Infographics on the inside. It's also modular in that respect. Ah, yes, the fallen Sequoia. I love that. That's really cool. I love how he's in the forest while he does this. Oh, sweet. Here you go. Here's your combination. Here's your comparison. So as he said, it's wider. So stuff's able to be spread out a little more, which is fantastic. I love that. Let me make sure you guys can see. So yeah, you can see it's spread out. It's just spread out a little more. One thing I personally noticed, this tree on the right was rounded 2x2 bricks. However, now they are barrels. So take that for what you will. See what else he's got. Oh, they added a seating area on the back. Nice. I think this one will do well to the general public that sees it. Like I said, the reviews, the in-person reviews on this one is going to be very, very important for people to really understand the true scale. This is one that I think... this is one where I think that... Yep, there you go, Liam. Favorite of the series. That's fair, Sam. That's fair. No, okay, so Josh, I need to see it with other sets. Curious how this looks on a shelf and or in a city. This is going to look amazing in a city, dude. You could even, like, make a little forest area off to the side. Like, even if you do it within your city, I feel like it could still look really, really good as kind of a secluded area off to the side where you don't need to add much greenery. But, oh man, it's going to look so good. And 21 inches tall, this is about 6 inches taller than your next largest set. It's large. So if I'm guessing correctly, Art Factory is going to come up to like right there. And then this is going to tower over that. So Art Factory is going to look like this. All right, and this is the back of it. Looking great, looking great. Love the tree design. I just love how they were able to get the bark looking great. Trees are really easy to kind of go off the rails with, but these look great. These really, really do. Is this the same? No, this is just another angle. Sequoia tree trail sticker. Okay, here's everything kind of blown out. And I feel like the building process for this one is just going to be very enjoyable. That's what my gut tells me. This is the motorized lighthouse. Nice. And here's a little room. And the minifigure lineup. Pretty normal minifigure lineup. Needed those trees for the indoor spider bike chase diorama. Yeah. Smoke says needs 2 more bigger trees unless this is a specific area or place in the redwood forest. So yeah, I don't think it's a specific place because these are supposed to represent the 2 tallest trees in the Sequoia Park. So I think this is just a little slice of life set, but I agree. I think 1 more would have been ideal. But then, man, you add 1 more tree in there, add 500 parts at least, and then you're into 350, 300, and you're going to turn a lot of people off to this set. So while I definitely get that this could have used more trees, which, I mean, what set couldn't use more trees, but all in all, it's a great set. It's a really good set. I remember when I first found out before the live stream reveal that we were getting this set, and I was like, man, I gotta announce this set. It's not a typical Bricklink Designer Program set, but in the same breath, it is the ideal BDP finalist. It's nothing. It's not something that Lego would make. It's something they would never make in many respects. But that's the beauty of it, is that it's something that is still very appealing, very aesthetic. The building experience, it looks like it would be a very enjoyable building experience, very satisfying building experience. So that looks like a lot of fun. And then on the last part, it just looks tall and big. So I don't think you can go wrong there. Yeah, I mean, so many, you could take the house out, and then there's so many movies that happen in this forest that you could make so many different things, which honestly, now I'm kind of convincing myself to get this set because I could use it for a bunch of shorts and it probably would look like a really, really, really cool backdrop. Also, I would think once you build one or two of these trees, you could figure out the parts you would need to build another one, and then you could pab the rest once pab comes back online. So, hey, maybe there's a golden idea, depending, of course, on how it has to fit into the base, which actually, it looks like, oh, there you go. It's a bunch of those 1x1 bricks with the axle rod hole down the middle. It goes straight up and down. I imagine axles go into the base, and then you just kind of slide the tree on top of it. That seems pretty basic to me. So that's actually really, really cool. Thanks for stopping by, Liam. I hope you have a great, great Sunday. I think it's Sunday there. So, yeah, and we're wrapping up really soon anyways, so I'm glad you're able to stick around for most of it. That'd be great. Or great to have you. Great to have you on. Yeah, buying two of these would probably be really, really awesome. You can kind of have like a weaving. Oh, dude, you just gave me a really good short idea. That'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun. All in all, I remember, like I said, revealing this one on the live stream, I was a little hesitant. I knew that Art Factory and Goldmine Expedition were going to be hype. I was a little worried about Off-Road, Sequoia Tree Trail, but I think on this side of it and seeing them in full view, it's amazing. They look fantastic. They look great. And I'm really excited to see how the fans are going to receive these sets and what kind of pre-orders we're going to be looking at. Who all, what the sellout is going to look like, if we're even going to sell out on any of these sets, because of you all know how it is, because of the variability in the availability of the unit stock. So I'll be keeping tabs on that. I don't know if I'll be streaming it. I probably will be at work. No, I won't be at work. I will not be at work. So maybe it was a lot of fun streaming with Stud City last time. So I might be streaming with Stud City again if he will have me. I'd be more than willing to hop on that stream with him. And yeah, I'm very excited. In less than a month. What is it, about 28 days, I think? Oh, hey, Delusion Brick. Good to see you in the chat as we're wrapping up. Hope you're doing well. Curious to hear how your happenings are going on right now. If it's kind of coast mode, or if you're still making final touches, or what's going on with that. We'll have to catch up soon. Okay, let's turn the music back on, get some tunes rolling. Month from oh yeah, I did say 30. I meant Oh, shoot. I thought it was October 4th. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. That would be a Saturday. No way that'd be a Saturday. So yeah, there you go. I can read. I promise I can read. Maybe, allegedly. So it sounds like I'm going to do a poll real quick. What is your number one design finalist from Series 6? And I know it's changing the screens on me. I know. Let me fix that. I need to just turn those hotkeys off. All right, I gotta key these in now. Off-road adventure. The art factory. Gold. Hopefully don't just only let me do. Oh, I think they only let me do 4 options. You know what? I hate to kick out off-road adventure, but it's the smallest one. So I'll kick out off-road adventure. Sorry. Sorry, Josh. I apologize. I probably should have did this in the beginning. So my favorite set of the wave. It's really tight between Art Factory and Goldmine Expedition. Because I love those buildings. I love those modular type sets. Brickester is just a fantastically talented designer. Brick Project, though, he knows how to cook these sets. Oh, these building sets as well. So I think I'm going to have to... I would want to build them both just to know for sure. But I feel like Goldmine Expedition is going to be the better one. That's what my gut tells me. Outlaw Forest Den. Surprise, surprise, Outlaw Forest Den is taking the lead. Spoiler alert, I am not surprised at all. You Castle fans, you crazy, crazy Castle fans. Ooh, Delusion Brick. Ooh, that's exciting. That's exciting. How long are you going to be there for? Out of curiosity. Still only 11 votes. How many people we got? We got 26 people hanging out in chat. Drop a vote if you haven't already. I want to see more votes. I want to see Outlaw Forest Den percentage go down. Vote for something else. Yes, Goldmine. Goldmine taking it. That's funny, Alphonse. If you're in Denmark, I'd order Pab standard to my hotel. Is that possible? 6 days in Denmark. Now, I will say, from what I've heard about Billund itself, 6 days is a lot of time to spend in Billund. You might get a little bored. That being said, I know you're going to probably be very, very busy working on some of those things there. But I'm very excited to hear how that's going on. I can't wait to see... I can't wait to definitely not see the leaks. I definitely don't want to see any leaks about that. Not from you, of course. Obviously not from you. Those things just tend to happen, for better or for worse. All right. I'm going to update real quick the part count because we have the new pieces. 978. Sequoia is 3187. Art Gold Outlaw. Art Factory is 2566. Goldmine 3382. Outlaw is 2617. So obviously with all of them, the value went up. The most expensive, and actually I'll just plop this on the screen. I don't know if you guys like looking at spreadsheets as much as I do. But this is the old... Actually, let me just do this. Okay. So the average piece count went up to 2,500, which that's fine. Nothing crazy there. And then the average price per piece, though, that's an interesting metric. Oops. It went down by 0.003 cents. Very interesting. The two that I'm purchasing went... Ooh, did Goldmine... Oh, that's right. Goldmine lost parts. A lot of parts, actually. Wow. 3,400 parts versus 3,700 parts, give or take. $188 parts, just under 200 parts. So its value, it went a little more expensive, but it's really not concerning. I think it's mainly has to do with those trees they trimmed out. But hey, always interesting to see the mechanics behind the scene. So that being said, thank you so much everyone for joining this evening. Great to have those of you that could join. The next live stream, I need to plan ahead a couple of them. I don't know if next week will work. We shall see. Of course, if you're new here, please, please, please drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to not miss any future BDP news, BDP updates. Specifically, if you're here for the Bricklink Designer Program, of course. I do a couple more stuff than just that. But for all you BDP folks like myself, make sure you drop a sub, drop a like, and if you're really, really committed, drop a membership. 99 cents for a base level membership would be fantastic. Get your name, all that beautiful green. Greens are my favorite color, obviously. So, and once again, what makes this stream awesome is all of you in the chat. Really good showing today. I'm glad people wanted to come out and learn more about the BDP Bricklink Designer Program and just chat with like-minded folks about the BDP. Like I said, I think Josh corrected me in the comments, 29 days, just under 30 days, or actually almost 29 and a half days exactly for the crowdfunding starting. Oh, what's this poll looking like? Outlaw Forest Den up top, Gold Mine Expedition next, then Art Factory, then Sequoia Tree Trail. So, man, you know it's going to be fantastic when we talk about these finalists. And then, actually, Series 9 palette is now live, and there are only 8 days left to submit designs. That is, I cannot wait until those are available for our viewing pleasures, which opens right after crowdfunding. Actually, literally on crowdfunding. Crowd support is when crowdfunding is when crowd support starts. So very excited for that, and it's gonna be great. I love looking through all those designs. Love streaming with you guys. Those are some of the hottest streams on the channel. Can't wait for those on a Monday, I believe. Yes, on a Monday. So. And then we will announce those November 19th. I think the plan again is to do a live stream on the Bricklink YouTube channel. So hopefully we have some great news with that. And with that being said, I'm going to go talk to my wife before she goes to sleep. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you next week or sometime in the future on a future stream. Definitely by October 6th, talking about these sets. These submissions, these fan submissions, figure out which ones we want to vote for, and we'll make it happen. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night, and we will see you all later.